Welcome to Sports Talk.
Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Nick from Top Notch Sports, and today we're going to go over the 2021 NFL linebacker prospects. Now listen, right away I know what you guys are going to be thinking, oh, this guy's a top guy, this guy's a top guy. I'll be honest, this was one of my most almost following the media in a way, right? I almost have the guys ranked as they're ranked by the media, and that was after my own scouting. Like I said, look at my other positions, none of them are like this. But this one is almost follows suits with the media. I do have a few changes because I truly do think a few guys are better than the other guys, but let's just hop right into it. If you guys have questions, comment in the comment section below, and be sure to go back and watch my other scouting analysis videos. I did the quarterbacks, the running backs, the wide receivers, tight ends, interior offensive linemen, tackles, defensive tackles, edge rushers, and now we're doing the linebackers. Tomorrow will hopefully be cornerbacks and then safety. So let's get right into it right now. All right, so here we go, the 2021 linebacker prospects as you see it on your screen. Again, I mostly went over it. It's going to mostly follow suit, but let's hop right into it. I do have a few surprises in here for sure. So here's my linebacker track record over the last 2 years. 2019, I ranked them Devin White 1, Devin Bush 2, Mack Wilson 3, and TJ Edward 4. Again, Mack Wilson is okay. TJ Edward, I don't really know where he even is right now, to be honest with you. But White and Bush 1, 2. Honestly, the only two that really panned out to do anything is White and Bush when Bush is healthy. Mack Wilson hasn't had a terrible career either so far. He's not doing bad. To be honest, everyone else besides these four, I mean, Edward, too, he hasn't really panned out as far as I know of. Nobody really panned out below here that I missed out on. So I would stay with this order. I would say this was pretty good. 2020, I ranked it like this. A lot of people are going to say Patrick Queen probably was the best linebacker coming out. I still stand by my decision. I think Isaiah Simmons didn't really have a chance to shine in Arizona. I don't think Arizona should really drafted him, to be honest with you. I think he should have went somewhere else where he would be a true middle linebacker, and hopefully this year he will have that opportunity. Kenneth Murray went to the Chargers. He had a pretty good year last year. Very underrated. Patrick Queen had a pretty dang good year last year. I still think he's third, but I know you guys are going to argue with me with that. And then last but not least, Troy Dye. Again, this order, I still stand by this order. We'll see what happens. If I continue and prove wrong, then I'll say I'm wrong. But right now, I still stand by this order. Troy Dye went to the Minnesota Vikings. I'm not too sure what he really did. But again, there's not really too many guys last year that shine at the linebacker position that I had ranked lower than my top four. Okay, so here's my grade scale, and this is what I look at for these guys. I look at their in-game speed, their run coverage, meaning how good do they stop the run and cover the field in the run, their pass coverage, how good coverage guys are they, their hit power, do any of them lay the boom, do they lay the stick, awareness, again, awareness is simple. Are they aware of what's going on, run, pass, whatever it may be, reaction, where's the ball going? Are they reacting fast enough? And then last but not least, tackling. Is their tackling good form tackles? And so on and so forth. And again, this is a complete analysis after film study and pro days. All right, so here's our first guy, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And already you guys are probably like, oh my goodness, how do you have him above Micah Parsons? Honestly, I'll be honest with you guys. This is the only one that's honestly really a shocker in this entire video. Everyone's all over Micah Parsons, but I'll be honest with you. He's a flying missile. This guy is a flying missile. This kid plays super fast and likes to hit extremely hard. I love watching this kid's film, to be honest with you guys. Great pass coverage linebacker, can even play a little bit of man coverage. Has great instincts and reaction speed. He's a true outside linebacker. And like I said, this guy's a flying missile who hits very hard. He's a coverage linebacker. He can even play a little bit of man coverage. He has great instincts in the pass and run game. And his reaction time is absolutely phenomenal. He reacts to plays very good, and he reads the play, then he reacts very quickly. I honestly love this kid's film. Here's his breakdown. You're more than welcome to look at this. Break it down as much as you want. Again, you see real things I want to point out here is his reaction, his hit power. This guy absolutely lays the wood. Pass coverage is very good, and his in-game speed is also very good. The next guy is Micah Parsons, who earned a 74 as his grade. Again, that's 74 out of 74% of the possible points being able to be earned. It's a little bit over 100 points, so he got a 74. This kid is fast, which helps a lot. He usually plays middle linebacker and rushes through the A or C gap when he recognizes it's a pass play. Has great recognition and pretty good awareness. He is versatile as he can play middle linebacker or edge. Has a great pursuit after the quarterback, but sometimes chases quarterback and leaves his zone open. So Again, when I study these top guys, I'm looking for a lot. I'm expecting a lot, just like I do with everybody, but more of these guys. And one thing about Micah Parsons, he's super fast. He ran a 4.38, 4.39 40. He's versatile. He can play that middle linebacker or edge position. He has great pursuit, usually after the quarterback, even running back at times. And his reaction time is pretty good. But the issue with his is just his discipline. He leaves his zone too early. And by that, I mean, sometimes you have a quarterback here and they'll be rolling out of the pocket. And Micah Parsons will be following him out here. And rather than getting the receiver that's over here, right, running a little tiny corner route or something along those lines, instead of chasing him and staying on his guy in his zone, he comes down and tries to make a play on the quarterback. Now, there's two things about this. A, he can either make the play, or B, he's going to give up a big play. And in college football, it's a little bit different than the NFL. NFL, you're not going to be able to do the same things that you do in college. This is something, again, if the defense allows him to do this, then that's fine. But if the defense is not designed for him to go chase down the quarterback, it can leave big openings for the quarterback to absolutely expose the defense. Another thing that he lacks a little bit is hit power. He doesn't really lay the wood on anybody, and his pass coverage skills, again, are not the greatest. Here's his breakdown. Again, you have the speed, the run coverage, the pass coverage, hit power, and so on and so forth. Again, reaction for him, run coverage for him, his speed, and his tackling is what makes him pretty dang good. Here's Dylan Moses, okay? And he's number 3. Again, this is according to the grade scale. My ratings will be at the end. This guy's a great run defender who can hit really well. The injury concerns is what concerns me. This kid has a ton of talent, but he may fall down the draft board because of what? The injury concerns. So again, this guy ranks my 3rd best linebacker. In last year's draft, I had him ranked at 1. All right, it was him and Isaiah Simmons going back and forth. Didn't know who I was going to really go with. But look, Dylan Moses, with all the injury concerns, is honestly concerning me. Okay, he's a really good run defender. He hits really hard, and he has tons of talent. I mean, I can go on and on about this kid. But again, the injury concerns and the lack in pass coverage is what really hurts Dylan Moses. Here you go. Here's his breakdown. And again, this guy might be around day 2, right? 2nd, 3rd round. I would be willing to take a stab at this guy in night 2 for sure. If your team needs a linebacker, the talent's there. It's just, can he stay healthy is the only true question that concerns me. Here's the next kid, Zaven Collins. Let me tell you something. This kid can do it all. Come off the edge, cover, and play inside linebacker. He is truly a talent who can really be special in the NFL. I liked what I saw on film. Can he cover wide receivers? Not necessarily. Can he even cover tight ends or running backs? I wouldn't do man-to-man coverage, but this guy can play his zone and make tons of plays in zone coverage. He's a big guy, tall guy, can make plays because how tall he is. He has longer arms. This guy can go up and tip balls, knock balls down, intercept passes, do it all. Again, do I want him to play man-on-man coverage with a running back, a tight end? Maybe. He might be able to cover a running back or tight end. Okay, I wouldn't say he can, but maybe. I mean, he'll have to work on it. As for wide receivers, no. Keep him off of wide receivers. But this guy can be special if you just use him in his zone. Again, he's very versatile, can play every position. Middle linebacker, outside linebacker, edge, and you can put him in coverage, not coverage. Again, I would recommend zone. He's very talented because he can do all that, and he has a great pursuit. Here you go. Here's his breakdown. And again, you see that good run coverage, good speed, good pass coverage, good hit power. This guy has almost B pluses all across the board. His form tackling is not the greatest, and that's something I want to see him improve. But again, if he can bring him down, he can bring him down. So we'll have to look and see what ultimately happens with that. Here's the next guy, Jamin Davis, another guy I'm absolutely, I like him a lot, okay? The talent's there. This kid is a sideline to sideline linebacker who can cover the entire field very well. I enjoyed watching the film. He has great reaction and hits hard. Again, he's a sideline to sideline linebacker, okay? He has great reaction. If that ball's thrown, he gets there. If it's a little flat, he gets to the running back, and he hits hard, man. When they run, if they throw a little flat, little swing pass to the running back in the backfield, and he's on him, dude, he breaks down on that running back and runs right through him. I mean, he can lay the wood as well, just with the best of them, for sure. I'm a huge fan of Jamin Davis. Here you go, his stuff. And again, in-game speed, run coverage. The main stuff with him is his speed, his pass coverage, his hit power, his awareness, and his reaction. Again, a lot of B pluses across the board. You don't see anything lower than a B. That means he doesn't really lack in anything. Here's the next kid, Nick Bolton. Great run defender. He really reacts fast to the running back, and he's disciplined in his run fits. He does a great job not over pursuing, and yes, he can lay the boom. Again, what does this guy do then? Well, he's disciplined. He stays in his run fits. He doesn't blow a play up trying to do anything too special, going around the outside or something crazy. He just does his job, and that's all you can really ask for someone like Nick Bolton. He's a good run defender. He has a good reaction to the running back, especially. He's disciplined, right? He doesn't stay out of his gaps. If he needs to go in a certain gap, he fills it, and he does a really good job with it. And he has decent hit power. I see this guy go all out to lay somebody out. His weakness is his pass coverage. I really don't want this guy in pass coverage. Now, can he get a hand on the ball? Yes, but I would not recommend. And his speed's another issue. Considering he's a little bit on the slower end, I really wouldn't put him on pass coverage either. Again, in a zone, he might be able to do something, but he's a really, really good run defender. So put him in a system where he can succeed, and he'll be very, very good. Here you go. Here's his breakdown at the end. You see that really good hit power. You see good run coverage. Again, I would really recommend not putting him in pass coverage, but if you have to, it's not something that he cannot do. Here's the next guy, Pete Werner, and I like this guy. I remember when I first watched him. I watched him, and I watched the guy I'm going to mention next, like literally on the same day. I like both of them a lot. This kid can lay the boom on some of his film. He's a pretty good linebacker, great reaction and awareness. And like I said, it's his hit power for me that really shines on film. His reaction, his awareness, and his pass coverage. This guy can do a little bit of everything. With the word number 20, I really kind of looked at him. I was like, this guy kind of reminds me of a linebacker safety hybrid, right? He doesn't look like a linebacker, to be honest with you. He kind of looks like a safety, the way he's built, okay? But this guy does play linebacker. He plays it very well, lays the boom, good pass coverage, good reaction and awareness. Here's his film breakdown. Again, do whatever you want with this. And here's the next guy, Baron Browning. And this is the guy I remember watching him first, and then I watched Pete Werner a few months ago. And I kind of watched them both at the same time. And this guy's pretty good at reading and reacting as well. He also can cover at times. He is good at getting to the quarterback as a speed guy on the outside, but mainly as a quarterback spy, middle linebacker. So what he'll do is he'll sit in the middle of the field, right here, like here I am. And let's say down here is the quarterback. Okay, so he'll stay here, make sure it's not a run, so he doesn't have to go left and right? Make sure no one's coming over the middle of the field. And if he doesn't see anyone coming over the middle of the field, he'll find an A or C gap, just like Micah Parsons, and go after him when you get to their quarterback. Him and Micah Parsons remind me of the same kind of a guy for the pass rush when they're playing the middle linebacker position, okay? So they'll sit there, they'll wait, nothing's coming, go, attack. And that's what they can do very good to apply pressure. He's good at reading and reacting, and he's a quarterback spy rusher. So again, QB spy, he's on the QB spy, right? Waiting, and boom, he'll dart off to the races and go after the quarterback with a great pursuit as well. Here's his breakdown. You're more than welcome to look at that. All right, the next guy is Justin Hilliard. All right, and the thing about this guy was, it was interesting because I watched this guy and I was like, no way, he's pretty dang good. Like, he looks like he's really has a burst of speed and he has really good acceleration. And all that was true. I was like, I wonder what he ran for his 40. And it was a really bad 40. Look, this guy has great acceleration. He's really fast. He reacts very well. And he has great hit power. He lays the boom. Okay. The issue is that he had a really bad 40. He ran a 4.8 something. I think it was a 4.88 or 4.86, something along those lines. And it just wasn't pretty. Okay. It wasn't pretty. But the rest of his stuff, I mean, when you look at his breakdown here, is honestly pretty dang good. I'm shocked that his speed, again, on film, he looked better. Probably would have given him a B+ to an A- if he showed me a little bit better of a time on the 40. A 4.8 is honestly concerning. And it wasn't a fluke because he did it twice. So when I saw that, I said, maybe my eyes are a little thrown off. He was towards one of the last guys I scouted, and I'm tired. I'm a little tired, right? I did schoolwork all day today, about 8-9 hours of that and all that stuff. So it's been a long day. So maybe his in-game film didn't look as apparent to me. So when I looked at the 40, it kind of brought down his grade a little bit. His run coverage is a B, pass coverage B. Again, what really pointed out to me was his hit power and his reaction. Two things that he does very, very well. And who knows, maybe he's faster than a B. But according to what I saw, and I did further research, he just wasn't as fast as I first initially thought he was. Here's the next guy, Monty Rice. This guy has good awareness and a mean streak in him that I like. I love that mean streak, okay? So this guy has good awareness and good hit power. His only weakness really is his pass coverage. I would not use him in pass coverage. Here's his breakdown. You're more than welcome to look at it as much as you want. Again, this kid could turn out to be pretty dang good in the NFL, I'll be honest with you. Next guy, Jabril Cox. Pretty good job in zone pass coverage. He seems to be a decently quick, too. Has good awareness, just needs to improve his tackling. Again, by that I mean he's not the greatest tackler. Okay, look at him. He's a little bit longer, lengthier of a guy. Pretty dang good in zone coverage. Again, good at pass coverage. He's quick, and he has great awareness. His weaknesses is his run coverage, and I would like to see him improve a little bit on the tackling. It's not that he's a bad tackler. I just would like to see him improve it a little bit. Here you go again. You see the things here. Again, run coverage is only a B-, so I'd like to see him improve that. And the same thing with tackling. Here's the next guy, Cameron McGrone. Okay, good run defender who can get sideline to sideline. He was average all around. And that's basically what this kid was. He's a decent run. I mean, he's a pretty dang good run defender. He's a sideline to sideline guy. That means, again, if he's playing middle linebacker, he can get left, right. He can really get there. Even though he's not the fastest guy on film, he can get there somehow. And his weakness is his pass coverage. This guy's a pure run defender, in my opinion. Here you go. You see it again. Pass coverage is a B-. Everything else is all B's. And the last but not least guy, Chazz Surratt. And this guy was interesting. This kid plays quarterback and linebacker. I'm going to say that one more time. Quarterback and linebacker. And yes, that is crazy. He does not have a ton of film to watch, but he has great awareness. The only concern is lack of film. Does everything pretty good and has pretty good awareness. Or I would even consider on the upper echelon of great awareness, okay? This guy, I don't know if it's his quarterback background that makes him know what's going on or makes him have a decent reaction time, but that's what it is. I mean, this guy has really good awareness. The rough part is his lack of film at the linebacker position. Now, he plays it, yes, but I wanted to see more, and I just wasn't able to see a lot. A lot of his film, I mean, a lot of the stuff I watched, and it's hard to find stuff on these guys because it's COVID year and all that crazy stuff, and it's just not like normal. But I wasn't able to see a lot of his film. And a lot of it, every time I tried to turn on the film tape, it was in playing the quarterback position or going back and forward. I just wanted to see him as a linebacker, so I didn't get to do a lot of it. So again, if anything, I'm doing my little warning here. Warning. If you're going back watching this video 5 years later and this kid's a stud, I didn't get to watch a lot of film. That's why he got a little bit lower of a grade. Here you go again. Here's his stuff. And now let's get into the meat and potatoes. Here's the 2021 draft compared to 2020 rankings via grade using last year's scale. It's the same as that scale, so this is last year's scale. I still got Isaiah Simmons ranked as the number one guy according to the scale, according to the grade scale, not my personal analysis. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah would be second, and then third would be Murray, fourth would be Queen, Parsons would be 5, Moses would be 6, Collins would be 7, Jamin Davis would be 8, Bolton would be 9, and Pete Werner would be 10. 2021 draft compared to 2020 rankings via personal analysis. Now, look, this is the funny part. I'm not going to change much here. Simmons is number 1. I got Owusu-Koramoah 2, Murray 3, Queen 4, Parsons 5, Moses 6, Collins 7, Davis 8, Bolton 9, and Werner 10. I truly believe Kenneth Murray and Patrick Queen are better guys than Parsons. Parsons is he has all the physical traits you would want. Big guy, strong guy, fast guy. And usually I would be all over that. But when I turned on the film, he just didn't look as appealing as someone like Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And I'm going to trust my scouting analysis on Queen and Murray from last year and say that, yeah, these guys were really good along with Simmons. And I'm going to say Parsons, although he looked pretty dang good, I would not say that he's going to have a better career than these two. Here's the linebacker rankings according to the scale. This is literally the order of the video that you guys seen so far. So Owusu-Koramoah 1, Parsons 2, Moses 3, Collins 4, Davis 5, Bolton 6, Werner 7, Browning 8, Hilliard 9, Rice 10, Cox 11, McGrone 12, and Surratt 13. And last but not least, the thing that you guys all have been waiting for, my linebacker rankings. And again, I just want to point out, like for every position, that it depends on what scheme and system and team really that are put on. And here it is. Not many changes again. Here we go. Owusu-Koramoah 1, Parsons 2, Moses 3, Collins 4, Davis 5, Werner 6, Bolton 7, Browning 8, Rice 9, Hilliard 10, Cox 11, McGrone 12, and Surratt 13. A few guys I want to point out here. Yes, Parsons is 2, and you guys are going to knock me for that, but I promise you, turn on his film, turn on Owusu-Koramoah's film. Jock is a lot better film-wise. I'm going to be honest with you. Parsons is more versatile. Not going to disagree. You can use him in many more ways, which is nice, right? He's a joker. He can do a little bit of everything, and he's pretty good at everything, above average at everything. The thing is that he's not great at anything. When I watch Owusu-Koramoah, I like what I see from him in his pass coverage, his run defending, everything. I mean, and this guy hits hard. Moses, this guy has the talent to be one of the best linebackers in football. The interesting part is his injury concerns. Same thing with now. These three they are proven guys. These three will succeed in the NFL if I had to put money on it, okay? These three I have high hopes for. These next two guys are my guys that are more of, I feel like these kids can be good. And I really am betting high on Zaven Collins and Jamin Davis, both freak of natures. And I'm excited to see what both of them can do. And the rest of these guys, again, Werner, Bolton, Browning, and Rice, I would really say are my next group of guys. That would be like my tier 3 guys. These guys all have they're average in this class. And then it's these guys down here, Hilliard, Cox, McGrone, and Surratt. I don't have too high hopes for these guys, maybe a role player, but we'll wait and see. I might be biting my tongue, especially when I got like Surratt that I really didn't get to watch much film on. All right, I'm going to go and talk to you guys right now. All right, so there you have it. That's the end of the linebacker scouting analysis. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, you guys are going to be questioning me about Parsons and Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Listen, this is what I want you guys to do. Please listen to me. Before you comment, and you can comment and say, I'm going to watch, but watch a little bit of film and compare them to. Watch anything on any of these guys. People were telling me I was wrong with Teal and Wallace. People are telling me wrong with Josh Allen. People were telling me wrong about all these guys over the last few years. And I just tell you, please, at least at the very little, if you don't want to watch film, at least watch their highlights. Can you do that for me? I mean, that's the least you can do. And watch the 2 highlights and let me know what you think. Watch Owusu-Koramoah, or Jock for short. I would just call him Jock for a minute now, once his initials are J-O-K. And Parsons film, and let me know. Parsons is more versatile. Yes, he might have more splash plays, but it's how he's getting the splash plays. It's like when you watch an interception. It's not, did they intercept the ball? It's, did they make a play on the ball? Meaning, now the ball gets thrown right to me. Here's an example. All right, here's a control. It gets thrown. I catch. Oh, congratulations! But if the ball's thrown over there, and you see me even, I'll take more of me swatting a ball down that's over there than me catching a ball that's right at me. Okay, and same goes for making an interception. There's some guys that get an interception, right, and they return it for a touchdown. Congratulations. Oh, on the resume, they get a touchdown. Oh, they're a great returner. None of that matters. I'd rather see the guy that dives and lays out for an interception or something and gets no yards. The guy that made that attempt to go and get the interception. So long story short, yeah, Parsons might have sacks. Parsons might get tackles for losses. But it's not, how many does he have on the stat line? It's how is he getting them? And that's what I feel like I grade properly. But we'll wait and see again. These last few positions, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm a little tired when I'm watching these guys. There's a lot of guys that study. So my analysis could be a little bit all over the place. I don't know. Maybe I'm nuts. I might be the craziest guy you guys know by the time you guys are done watching this channel. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about this scouting analysis. I think I did a good job. And again, whenever you want to look at film or study film or break down film with me, I'm more than willing to do it. We just can't do it on camera, because if we do, our YouTube will get shut down because of copyright. So we'll see you guys soon. Peace. We are built better.